Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Cancer, and these are your lessons that you need to be aware of because they're going to help you to navigate your way through 2021 and beyond. But it's not just about being aware of them, you need to embrace them. Now, I've also included some messages of advice to close out the reading. Let's begin with the first lesson. Now, this one, most likely, you're already aware of this, but like I said, you may not have totally embraced it or actually learned it, but there's an awareness of it. Progress can't be made until this lesson has been addressed and dealt with, okay? And it is. It is growth. And it says, I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. So why is this here? You are constantly being presented with situations that enable you to develop your inner wisdom, okay? And assist you in advancing to higher levels of understanding. The lesson is to be aware of these events and to recognize them for what they are. To live a mindful life is not only about respecting and honoring those around you, it is also about recognizing every person and circumstance on your path as a teacher. The constant chatter and diversions of life on earth can distract you from the signposts that Spirit has left on your path. Take the time, they say, to be aware of the bountiful wisdom that has been laid before you. Acknowledge these gifts and take them to heart as you continue your sojourn in this physical dimension. Don't look for the opportunities that you think you need. Instead, be receptive to the opportunities that are given you. And so the next lesson will represent the energy you're currently in, whether you're aware of it or not. And it is very significant because if you're not prepared for this lesson, it can be a stumbling block. It can impede your progress. It is denial. Get a closer look here at the bottom. Get a close up. There we go. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. It's time to open up and be completely honest with yourself at this present moment, here, now. Buried fears and resentments do not die, they say. They merely fester and cause disease. It's only by bringing them to the surface and examining them in the light of day with love and compassion that you will banish them from your life. It may bring you pain and heartache to reflect upon these situations again, but you are only giving them power by continuing to suppress them. The dangerous seeds of denial will grow and spread and manifest unless you uproot them, examine them, and release them. This is the only way to become whole and healthy. Learn not to bury painful emotions in the first place, and this is energy you are currently in. whether you're aware of it or not. Learn not to bury painful emotions in the first place. Deal with them as they come. Oh, 1 minute. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. So, learn not to bury painful emotions in the first place. Deal with them as they come. Take all the time you need to neutralize them without hiding them. Your soul wants to live honestly and authentically in the now. Don't hinder it by placing emotional landmines on its path. Now, this final lesson here is a long-range lesson to be learned. It may relate to these previous lessons, or it could be an ultimate life lesson of which these lessons would just, be a small part of. And so we have failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. Life on earth is full of experiences. It is our human brain that views outcomes as being good or bad. The soul simply views them as chances to grow. Learn to see the big picture of life instead of the minutiae. Failure to accomplish a task is merely the opportunity to evolve. And the negative connotation of the word failure can prevent you from trying again. You must come to the realization that there is no judgment involved with your soul's lessons. Realize that what you view as a failure is just your soul telling you that there is another path. Embrace the maxim, when one door closes, another one opens. It is time for you to stop any negative emotional investment you have in the outcome. Revel in the knowingness that everything will reveal itself when it is meant to. No matter what, be true to your dream and the creative process. Moving down here to messages of advice. The first message: accept struggles as lessons. When you acknowledge your relationship to spirit or source energy, you'll begin to understand your role in the bigger picture. Life on earth may seem difficult, but once you accept the hardships that the hardships you encounter are merely set before you in order for you to learn and evolve, then your journey here becomes much easier. The important thing is to perceive an obstacle as a tool for growth. Choose to look at these struggles as things that you have chosen to encounter so that you can learn to overcome them, instead of as things done to you to make you miserable. The choice is yours. If life on earth was not problematic, then it wouldn't be such a compelling adventure for the courageous soul. It's imperative that you search for the meaning behind each struggle so that you can comprehend the lesson and what is the best way to proceed from there. The way you handle these obstacles prepares you not only for how to handle them in the future, but for what awaits you in the dimension of spirit. The experience you've gathered from encountering struggles, it factors heavily into the decisions that you and your guides make regarding any future incarnations. You're here to learn. Don't pass up the opportunity because it will only be placed before you again. And your final message of advice is ask for guidance. Be mindful that you are not on this journey alone. And, it can seem that way at times, but you need to know that there are many souls, not only on the earth plane, but in the spiritual realms, who have your best interests at heart and are always eager to help you. All you have to do is reach out and ask. When moments arise that are difficult and you feel that you need help making the right choice, assistance is always here. And this was the agreement before the incarnation. Whether you're consciously aware of it or not. There are several ways to contact your guides, and that's through contemplation, meditation, prayer, asking for contact in the dream state. Your connection to the wisdom of your guides is omnipresent. It's your job to find the best way for you to receive it. Guides and other teachers work closely with you, and they understand your physical habits and mental processes so that they can steer you in the right direction. Besides personal assistance, they also have the ability to influence earthly circumstances for your benefit. There are many beings surrounding you from many realms, beings such as philosophers, sages, wise men, scholars, and masters who no longer require incarnations in the earth school. Asking for help is not perceived as a weakness, in fact, it's just the opposite. It is the fully aware human who acknowledges and accesses his or her connection to the spirit realm. Make it a daily ritual to ask your guides to go before you on your earthly path and to show you the way. And so I hope that these messages have helped, and that this has brought to your awareness what you should be or should have embraced, what you should be embracing, and that these will help you navigate your way forward on this journey. I want to wish you all the best in 2021. I thank you for watching, for liking and for sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has so generously donated to my channel. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings to all of you.